You're watching the Bear Dice Club.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Feralwood, the Bad Dice
Ace
Club
is a fried
nonsensory.
donut.
Damn it all to hell. Yeah. Justin, our official note-take man.
Sometimes
I'm a
stuff
note
is
taker.
Major spoilers.
I take notes sometimes. Yes.
What happened?
What happened?
There's something even sadder about that whole thing, Shane. You'll find out in like 400 episodes.
What, the Ace thing or the other kid whose name I
Sabo.
can't remember? Sabo.
Probably, yeah.
So last time we were going to beat down an old lady, but Sem got there first and scared her away. And then she came back after we went and found a contract. So we're looking for some contracts because some people signed some contracts in blood, which kind of remarkable how many people in this area seem to think that was a really good idea.
Is this the blood from the body that had no blood?
Yeah,
What?
this is where it all ended up.
This is where it all ended up. Contract, not ink.
You know,
I
I have
see.
an idea to how to burn these contracts. Actually, I might try to just grab the contracts from you. I've got a
Just
couple
leave
bottles
that.
of alchem.
Leave that up to
I've got-
Sem.
I've got a couple of bottles of alchemical fire.
Oh, okay. Let's
At
kick
any
this
rate,
lady's.
Sam-
Let's kick
Sam
this lady's
spooked-
ass first.
Now, Sam spooked
Why
the old
don't you
lady
just
who
keep
turned out
those?
to-
I have a lighter.
Yeah, do you want to come find me in this fog to light these papers on fire?
Do you have them?
Bernie does.
Oh,
I
does
got
he?
'em. They have 'em in pocket. Yep.
Yeah,
we'll just kill her,
Bernie.
then burn him.
It turns out that the old lady that Sam spooked turned into a creepy Baba Yaga, and
He's a hag.
has proceeded to flit around like a dainty little fairy in the fog. The creep that she is.
Yeah,
Thank-
if it was Baba Yaga, you guys wouldn't have made it past the first round.
Nope.
Nope.
Absolutely not. Unless you
Because
just
Baba
possessed.
Yaga is actually statted out in
I-
Pathfinder,
I said she was a Baba Yaga, not the Baba Yaga.
and I think she's like a CR 20 plus or something.
Requiring a party of level 20 adventurers to deal with her.
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah, Baba Yaga don't play.
Borba Yorger.
Yes, Borger Yorger.
Thankfully,
Indeed.
Aewen managed to use her bloodline ability for the first time on screen ever, and
Yes.
threw a bunch of shiny dust at the old lady, and she goes, "What? No! My
Yeah.
plans!"
But yeah, why don't we are in the middle of combat, so why don't we just go ahead and jump back into the combat.
Let's do a little of wombat combat.
It's some good combat
So-
music here.
I believe top of the round is our hag mistress.
How about Wrath of the Blood
yeah.
Queen? That's a good song for this
I
situation.
think that's the one we were playing last time too, because I also had that same thought. So yes, it is the hag's turn. She does not like being where she's at, sandwiched between two people.
If I say,
She doesn't like being flanked by a rogue. That's so weird. Everyone loves that so much, though.
if I say,
Yes.
where are you going, young lady? Does she blush?
No.
I'm going to need to
Um,
see your ID to purchase this alcohol. Ow! What a nice young man.
Don't look a day over 25.
Oh, you.
Let me try.
And then I stab her.
I'm just picturing the like coup de grace situation. You look
Grandma
like a
in
day
the
over
grocery store.
25.
She is going to
She's gonna cop an
Withdraw.
AOP from our local rogue.
Yep. She's going to move here. She is only going to catch the one AOP.
I wonder if that 21 confirms.
It does not, but it is a hit. So
That's a
12
12
damage.
For 12 danger.
I feel like if it's a nat 20, I'm stupid 20.
Yeah, that is how that works.
Give her 12 damage and then give her. She was flanked, so she gets the sneak attack damage too, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Hey, it's a 6.
17, so it's 21. No,
All right.
29.
And she doesn't have a whole lot of options left. She was trying some other stuff, but you guys have exposed her in a way that she's not comfortable with. So
I'm not comfortable with exposing an old woman. Shane? I don't like an old woman exposing herself to us.
She's gonna drop another
no,
kind
not
of pull.
again!
Hey, don't do
Jesus.
that though. Is she gonna cast?
I need
defensively?
reflex DCs from everybody in the cone.
Is she casting that
Reflex?
defensively, Shane?
Yes. Let me go ahead and make a concentration check for her.
She better save, otherwise Mrohy's gonna get a whack.
Wait a second.
Yeah, that's
I didn't roll
definitely
very
gonna
well.
save.
Damn it.
I think I get bonuses to saves with my smite. Maybe.
You said
We'll see.
reflex, right, Shane?
Yes, reflex.
Oh yeah. 29, that's not the worst. That was almost a 1. Whoo!
31. Oh, 33. Oh no, alabaster.
Is the cat susceptible to that in the thing?
Yeah, it's bonuses for being in the carrier, I believe.
Mm.
Oh, that's right. Alabaster's still inside the carrier. So okay. So I don't know.
Protected by padding.
Would Alabaster need to make a save then?
What does the carrier say?
I don't know. Let me look.
Says there's only 1 minute of oxygen. Your cat is dead.
Total cover to
Alright.
any tiny or smaller creature contained with it. Includes air holes, which can be plugged with cork stoppers if you need to go underwater, and 2 receptacles for food and water. Damn, that is one luxurious satchel.
Did you know
So,
But does it give you any resistances to anything?
Full cover
Well-
does give.
Alabaster comes with resistances, as you can see. Cold resistance 10, damage reduction, evil 5.
Did you know there's a race that doesn't have to breathe as long as they're conscious?
Also spell resistance 13.
Uh,
So it continues the saga of my familiar is cooler than me.
I mean, to be fair, you're an ex criminal on the path to goodness. Your cat is a member of the godhood.
Well,
caster level.
A servant
check.
of the godhood.
It's an angel cat. It's Salem.
Yeah,
And you are
that's
Sailor Moon, Mrohy.
definitely going to beat the 13. But
It's like a total
Learn-
cover, I guess.
I learned recently that there's a race in D&D that doesn't have to breathe as long as they're conscious. So you could stick an air genasi
is supposed to be
into a you could stick an air genasi in a bag of holding, and as long as they're conscious, they're perfectly fine. But I have to wonder, if an air genasi spends enough time in a bag of holding, will they accidentally run into the bagman while they're in there?
I am Bagman.
The
Bagman.
so I
The
think
be-
if you have
You can't
full
make an
cover-
attack against a target that has total cover, so he's fine.
It's not an attack; it's an AOE.
it's a cone. It's an ice cream cone. That is a massive goddamn
But it's
cone,
still
though.
considered an attack, right?
I would say we're just gonna say, for the sake of making this easier, that it doesn't affect him, because I'm fairly certain that this would probably kill him. Because
it might turn me into dirt, honestly.
Aewen got a 29, Knox got a 21. Knox takes no damage.
As Knox does.
Mrohy needs to roll a reflex saving throw, which he is bad at. He rolled really bad. And
That's not all that surprising.
Seeing as how this is gonna be a lot of stuff, I'm gonna re-roll that. That's gonna be his re-roll for the night. Even worse, actually. Okay. Well, Mrohy goes down.
The face I've spoken.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Actually, I don't see that at all. I'm just in the fog, and suddenly it gets real cold.
Now the wind is worse.
And
because your wind
everybody
block
else
is
takes
down.
30 damage. If
Damn.
you saved. Except for Knox, who takes no damage.
If you save, so I take
30
25.
damage.
No, yeah. So you would take 25.
Okay.
I have
And
fire
that-
resistance.
Did you apply
It's
the
going
damage?
to be-
Should I? Oh, I'll go ahead and do that. There we go.
What was that?
I was just making sure I didn't do it, and then you also did it.
No, yeah. I trust you guys to do the damages on your own when it's a big old AoE like this.
Sure,
Oof.
sounds
Oh
good.
yeah, that totally would have downed Alabaster. Actually, no, that probably would have killed.
Nope.
That definitely would have killed him.
Just killed outright.
Oh,
Yeah, that.
well, yeah, for the failure, yeah.
With 60 damage. Oof.
And that is going to be her turn. So, Aewen, you are up.
Aewen was considering dealing with those contracts. Now she's well and truly bloody tired of this cold weather. She's like, it's cold, and you're using cold spells. I've had it! I guess I'll make a perception to see if I can track her down through the glitter dust stuff.
Yeah.
23.
That is going to do it. I believe the DC was 20 that I set for that.
So Aewen is going to move here. She's going to stumble over Mrohy and go, all right, now that's it.
If you're moving your full speed, you need to make a...
Acrobatics. I thought moving... Oh, I guess because a downed enemy or friendly is rough terrain.
Yes,
ice.
well, that would be rough terrain, but moving over ice, if you're moving your full speed, you need to make an acrobatics check.
Oh, remember, if it's just at regular speed, I auto-save, or auto-succeed.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Because my acrobatics is ridiculously high.
That's nice.
And she's going to do some swingy things at
Actually,
this
you were right
this witchy woman.
here, right?
I was here, yeah.
Yeah. You would be able to make it there. Go ahead and give me some attackies.
I'm gonna do some of these swingy
That's it.
things on a witchy woman.
Oh,
That,
guess-
unfortunately, is not going to do it.
Hey, guess what? Guess what's getting used in the first instance of the game? Again,
Combat.
man, that totally didn't happen, witchy woman. This did though.
That
There's a
will
23
hit,
for confirmation.
but unfortunately, it will not confirm the crit.
with a 23.
Yes, unfortunately not.
Shame that. Well, get stabbed for 16. I think I have a.
Yeah, she's
Thing.
looking real hurt at the moment.
I think I have a thing when I succeed in a strike. Give me a sec. Yeah. I'm gonna intimidate to demoralize the opponent. Intimidation check. How do I do that?
So, can you tell me, does that have the verbal or visual trait? Does it say?
Missing swordplay at 3rd level, which has at least 1 panache point. Hits an opponent with lighter one-handed melee weapon. Can choose to use intimidate to demoralize that opponent as a swift action instead of a standard action. Nope.
So it's like Bernie's thing, basically. You hit.
Okay.
It's more so the force of your blow is intimidating.
Okay.
How do I do that?
Roll intimidate.
Oh, that's just a thing.
I believe it's against their CMD.
25.
Against her CMD is not going to do it, unfortunately.
Damn it.
She's a very scary old woman and is not here for your party tricks.
Bernie.
Bernie.
That's a real shame.
I'm very glad I delayed. So I can go before Mrohy. Oh, let's see. Oh, I should. See, I can't 5-foot step and move. I think I'll just be a heal bot this round. Yeah. Check my spells quick. What spells do I have? Anything that'd be... Detect evil, kind of already know that. Yeah, I'm gonna just 5-foot step so I can include. Well, is this difficult terrain? I can't.
Oh, it's not a CMD, Shane. Sorry, it's Will DC.
Will DC. Wait, Will DC? Or do they have to make a will check?
It's like 10 plus their.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
gonna
will
channel.
DC was a thing in first edition.
Damn it. Oh yeah, no, sorry, that's second edition. Blast it. This is annoying.
So I have an argument to make, and this is not one in my favor by any
Yes.
means. This goes against me. This is what I would do if Alabaster does not get affected by Cone of Cold. He probably shouldn't be able to channel also from within the pouch.
Yeah, technically, because that's full cover.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say he doesn't do anything this round then.
Okay.
And it's better that way. He'd just be a dead cat in my pocket all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna channel. Sort of use up some of my lay on hands here. One.
Shane, yeah, sorry, the DC
Oh my
for the future.
God.
DC
10 plus
is
the
the,
target's hit dice plus their will modifier.
yeah.
Yeah, that actually
It's the
would
moralization.
have hit even less.
Fair. I guess, yeah, if it's against a will thing.
So you need to lay on hands to heal Mrohy 9?
Everybody.
Or is
Nice.
this channel? Okay.
I channeled.
Everybody know.
That, and you have selective channeling, correct?
She is not included. I am out. 30 feet is where it ends with Aewen. So, yep. That's why I just did a 5-foot step and channel, and that's it. That's all Bernie's doing.
Okay.
He's like, all right,
then-
finish her off.
It is Maury's turn.
He's
He
standing
is going
up.
to
Well, he has to stand up.
Which I believe is his whole ass move action.
Yep. It's a good thing she's within range of his 10-foot reach, though.
Yes.
Does he lose?
Enlarged person when he falls unconscious.
He does
No.
not. And unfortunately, he cannot re-roll that as he is... Okay. Actually, I forget that he rolls with advantage with
Knox
this
and
build.
Aewen, did you give yourselves 9 points?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, I hate to do this with DM controlled player character, but yeah, Maury stands up, like dusts some of the
icicles and stuff off of his Armor.
armor. And then I think he fully just takes Aewen, puts a hand on her shoulder, and like shoves her in such a way that like she's just sort of standing there and just sort of like slides up on the ice. And then just like and then just takes the sword in both hands and just straight swinging for the fences, chops this woman in half. And yes, she is down.
She's
Very
down,
much
or-
down.
She's down in two
Down.
pieces.
She's down in 2 different places.
Yeah, she's very much down.
This
and
square
out.
and this square.
Yes. So
This
we
is
will
where
go
Sem
ahead
fireballs.
end the combat there.
That's why I have fire resistance.
Okay, I managed to avoid most of the
That's
blood
true.
spray, despite being on ice.
Yeah, I think Mrohy does that and then probably just fucking takes a knee. It's like, oh, yeah, okay, that last one hurt a bit. That one got me.
Is it the end of combat?
That is the end of combat. She is... she is down.
Aewen buries Thorn in one half of this woman's head and goes to help Mrohy as much as she can get off the ice.
Yeah.
Does she have anything in her pockets or anything? Anything valuable?
Any money?
No, it does not look like she's keeping a lot of stuff on her.
Does she have a lot of sandwiches in her tent?
Does she have a component pouch?
No.
Interesting.
Must be like a sorceress caster of some kind then. Or
Mhm.
Who do? Now that Ding Dong the witch is dead, does the fog clear?
Yes. Actually, no. The weather continues on for a while.
Hmm.
Aewen's had about enough of this cold bullshit.
I think Bernie's gonna go ahead and do some more healing for you guys.
Does this hag have any ruby
Throw the
slippers that
channel
when
down.
they're taken?
I think Mrohy would probably spend the rest of his
Divine stuff.
fervor healing himself up.
His god juice.
10.
That's it. From now on, every holy caster uses god juice to do spells. Funny enough, that was the drug Bernie used to make, called god juice.
Who's destroying these
He
scrolls?
didn't make it.
Cursed
Never
us.
made any drugs. Okay, that first
made any.
healing roll was terrible. Now you guys get 17 points of healing back.
Another 17 points.
Yeah, that's much better.
He's looking at least like he's looking more confident on his feet at this point. Yeah, so about a minute or so later, he goes back to being regular size.
Aewen, who's been struggling to push him along the ice, is like, oh, thank God.
But yeah, it is still very much like a straight up blizzard at this point.
Aewen finds Bernie. Hey, can I see those contracts real quick?
Well, I need some light reading.
Is there anything shiny in the tents?
You can't really see.
I mean, he's
'Cause-
over at the tents, I believe.
If I'm in the tent, though, right? That's blocking the wind.
I can't actually see you. Oh, there
That's
we go.
because he went invisible, like goofy little
Yes. So give me, I guess, a perception check.
Oh wait, I think Sem could read these contracts, couldn't she?
Yes, she could.
Aewen like digs the bottle of alchemist's fire out of her package. She goes, you know, it's probably a good idea to read this. Oh wait, didn't Sem already read the legalese? It's like crazy dense.
Yes. Like it definitely flew over her head for sure.
Huh.
Aewen goes, well, I've never known a contract that could survive is so ironclad that fire doesn't break it.
Well, maybe
course,
we
I
should
bet-
like have someone actually look at these things before we just. I mean, obviously they've got a lot of power, right? They can't. People can't talk if they.
Aewen just looks wistfully at the bottle. But I
From a
want to
distance,
burn.
you hear they're probably trapped.
But I want to burn stuff. Oh,
You know, if you destroy this, what if something happens to you as a result? You know, you don't know what's going to happen with these things.
yeah. That's the boring way, though.
By the way,
It was-
Shane, I rolled a 29.
A
Pretty one if-
29.
What if the tent is dark?
Yeah. So you look through the tent. This woman essentially has nothing. Like, she was living off of the food that people gave her. Does not have a whole lot of possessions of any kind. The one thing that you do find is a key.
Okay, I'll take the key. Is it trapped or anything?
No.
Okay, I'll take it.
As far as you're aware of,
Key's a key.
we don't have anybody that can detect magic.
Is there any in any of the other tents? Is there any like chests or anything, or like little?
No, it looks like this woman
containers?
just kind of like live here.
Hmm.
You know,
Does the
subsisting
key
on.
have any markings or a little piece of paper on it that says exactly what it is?
You do see like she does have a pretty big stockpile of food. It looks like, more than like probably one person would need.
I mean, we alone gave her what, like 3 weeks worth of rations
Yeah.
of sandwiches.
Hmm.
Oh, now we can take him back.
Aewen's gonna move.
Bernie
over
grabs
to
a sandwich and starts eating it.
Yeah. I would say you guys are probably stuck here for a little while at least. Like, trying to head back in the blizzard is going to be rough at the best of times, and like you guys would have to try and get like over the ice to be able to get back.
So our options
It-
either go through a tree, go back to Ballenwald
Yep.
or wherever the hell they want, or set up a tent in the blizzard.
Yeah.
I mean, we could spend 10 minutes and put up my handy gazebo,
Either way is fine.
which I think would be a good idea. I'll set up a heat stone.
Yeah, let's
so it's
not
warm
waste
in
some
there.
spells teleporting back and forth everywhere.
Yeah.
I
And-
think
and-
she can just do that for free, like a number of
It's like
times per day.
7 times a day or something like that. So it can
Oh
heat
yeah,
him
it's just
out.
like it's like an archetype thing, right? She can just
Yeah,
do it
Yeah.
X amount of times a day.
that's why she's a shitty druid.
Because she wanted to teleport. Yeah.
When Aewen sees
Reasonable.
Bernie grab and eat a sandwich, she's cold, she's hurt, and she's angry that she didn't get to burn something. She just goes, "No, wait, stop! It might be trapped."
It's a fucking sandwich.
And then
It tastes real good after that fight.
she's just in a real spit mood right now.
Sassy mood.
She's not happy because she
Yeah, you guys set up
she got
camp.
real chilly a couple times.
And go about. What are you guys gonna do once you get into the?
What should we do with the grandma here?
What is there to do? Well, should we give her a burial? Kind of doesn't deserve
Well,
it.
you wanted to burn something. There you go.
You know, Bernie, that's probably the first thing you've said that I agree with.
Yeah, you guys grab her and light her up. She seems to light up really well. Body goes up very quickly. Seems that it is
No face.
no face. Somewhat. It does seem like this being a creature in the snow, a snow creature, does not do very well against fire.
Aewen rams the heel of her hand against her forehead. I should have used the fire on her! Ah!
Yeah, I had something like that in the chamber too, but oh well.
Well, all it took was a big guy with a sword, I guess.
You know, I think that would solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, the only problem he had was getting to the woman and then also hitting her.
I wonder if I could coat my sword in Alchemist's fire and use that as an augmented thing.
There
if there
are
are rules
actual
for
weapon
that.
coatings.
Much like
They're
Geralt of Rivia,
expensive though.
I need
They're
honey
really
mustard
expensive.
for
Yeah, expensive
drowners.
consumables. Yeah.
Or consumable, yeah.
But yeah, you guys set up for the evening. You guys have a fairly lovely evening inside of your tent, not having to deal with the wind or anything. Is there anything you're going to do while you are camping?
I will go ahead and use up a heat stone to make certain we're not getting too cold.
Okay.
Because like I think the marvelous tent. Let's see, where is it? It blocks some cold, but not much.
I think it's down to like
For every
0 degrees.
Yeah, every degree below 0 decreases by 1. So if it's like blizzarding, it's what, like 70 degrees minus however below 0, and then I'll just use up a heat stone to boost that to not have to worry about fortitude saves.
Okay.
It's cold.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty well below 0 out there.
No, thank God. Knox is being fairly quiet for snores for once.
You're just gonna
yeah. Are you
stay
gonna
here
try
until
and
morning.
yeah? Are you gonna try and go over the contracts at all while you guys are
Absolutely.
sitting here?
Yeah.
So Sem translates for you, as best she can. Let me see here. She does a really good job. Like, there's some technical very technical terms and stuff in here, and she does a really good job of, describing how they translate into common.
The nuances of translation.
Yeah, like a lot of Sylvan stuff sometimes doesn't translate the cleanest because, it assumes a lot of knowledge, like foreknowledge about, nature and some other things. But, she does a very good job of, putting it in terms that you guys can understand. So yeah, they are like, as you guys start to get a handle on these things, like, you and Mrohy both being, versed in religious stuff, you're like, you start to get the picture. It's like
Alabaster.
alabaster, I suppose. Yeah.
I don't have knowledge religion. I'm the worst
start to
paladin
get
ever.
the picture of man, like these contracts might as well have been written by devils. Like it looks like she went and got people from the pit to look over the legalese on these things. But they say that there's no such thing as a contract that's completely without loopholes. So
People from the pit. I'm adding that to the band name list. Appreciate that change.
As you guys are looking over these, anybody who wants to can give me a flat intelligence roll. Or perhaps a...
Could I use knowledge nobility?
I would say knowledge nobility would be one that you could use. Because nobility does have a lot to do with like signing contracts and doing that whole sort of thing.
19.
19. All right. Is that the only person that wants to make a check? Bernie is not very well versed.
Well,
this
his-
shit ain't ain't my cup of tea.
His concept of a contract is, if you don't do this, I stab you. That's mean. I shouldn't characterize or caricature Bernie like that. Unless it is,
Yeah.
that is the way
He
it is,
slaps
yes.
people.
Knox, on the other
Doesn't
hand, that's
stab 'em.
absolutely his contract.
Let me see here.
Knox's contract is, you didn't fucking see me.
It was broken into when I wasn't there.
It was Jeff.
But
Oh, yeah.
How are you? Aewen looks over and Knox is making cigarettes in his sleep. How are you doing that?
No, I got
yeah,
woke
you
up.
guys
I
can
was just
make
taking a
heads or
nap.
tails of these things. Like it is dense and it is written like in a way to purposely obscure what the hell they're talking about. It's like part of the first part, and then there's a bunch of like Latin in there. Ipso facto, all parties of the second part, not Knox, you've had people you've
Oh my god.
you've done this sort of thing before. Like this is sort of what
It's the classic Dante's Inferno.
I've been in and out of the system enough. I've heard the words.
yeah. You're like
we read the word ipso facto and Knox goes, huh?
So here's the thing. You get the idea that there probably is a loophole in here, but you also know that like to be able to find it is going to take like really digging into it. Like it's going to take some research and like
It's
probably going to take like
any interest in.
yeah, like time and
Somebody smarter than me to do it.
yeah.
Well, you don't need smart ass. It's got a lot of time in his hands.
Well, there's one.
He happens to know a lot of like languages.
I know a robot.
I mean, I know a guy that's stuck in a prison cell. It's a comfy prison cell, but it's a prison cell nonetheless.
You guys do know a robot, and you do know a guy who has been laying in bed all day recently.
A real big nerd.
But yeah, you
And we
guys
do have fast travel.
yes.
A real big nerd that once read a book so hard that he cut himself about it.
That is a really good description of how that went down.
It's not quite what it was, but yeah, it's kind of that's kind of two things put together there. But yeah, sure. I once read a book so hard that I tried to beat up my friend over it.
Yeah, honestly, my character wasn't there, so I really tuned out of that sequence and came back with El-Anon being restrained and bloodied, and I'm like, you know what, this is right. I wouldn't know what's going on here, so I'm going to keep it that way. I still have no
That
idea
was
what the
me
hell happened.
casting comprehend languages on an ancient language. That
No, you didn't. You
kind of
didn't
broke my
cast
brain.
comprehend languages. You cast whatever the spell is that lets you like just know the entire text.
That was a different one.
That was a
That's
different
not
one.
where I stabbed my face. That was when they were like summoning that creature. I like the
You tried to
what was it
cast it
called?
on the journal, is what it was.
the first time was the journal, and that was, and I tried to kill Habs, as a result of that. The second time was in the Underdark, in the Drow City with those strange creatures trying to summon some sort of Aeon or whatever from another plane. But what they were doing is they were just, I don't know, they were like speaking incantations, that kind of thing. I was trying to understand it. I have comprehend languages as a spell-like ability, so I cast that, and then I started stabbing myself in the face.
Yeah, as it turns out, dealing with unknown horrors from beyond our comprehension can be a little bit iffy.
A bit tricky to
Yes.
comprehend.
Yes.
was real smart, but his brain broke a few times along the way. Yeah.
If you want to make a brain omelet, you got to break a few brain eggs.
So yeah, you guys, you guys hang out for the evening. Yeah, you guys wake up. Most of the camp is like well covered by the time you guys get up.
Is this a long rest then?
Yes, this is a long rest.
And
Huzzah.
Did you guys get that last 17 points, or was it 19, 17? 17 points of
17.
healing added?
I think so, yeah.
I thought that was a lay on hands purely at Mrohy. Yeah, I'll
No, that was a
No,
channel.
that's for everybody. I have another
Yeah,
channel
what do
too
you-
I can do.
How many points do you get for a long rest? Oh, right here.
I believe
Just
that
press the
is
button.
your
Rest.
Constitution
There.
modifier.
I got it.
What was that one? 22. Hell yeah, that's better.
Was that for
Eh.
Mrohy?
Everybody. That's for everybody.
All right, Maury's looking chipper.
And everyone should be full. I got one more lay on hands for Mrohy here, and that'll be plus 66 here. So
Okay.
since it's a lay on hands, so he gets 21.
Look at all them DJs.
He is topped up.
Yeah.
I'm bricked up too, which is weird.
But yeah, as you guys come
He
out
slept so well because he
for
cut
the
someone in
evening,
half.
come out and start tearing down camp. Anybody who wants to can make me a perception check.
Perception check.
I
I
was
love
ready.
making those.
And who's coming?
$23.
Sam got
all
a
right.
50,000.
What?
Sam got
What's Sam?
50,000.
She gets like a plus like billion. So
Not quite.
She only gets 49,000.
I am going to use hers for the day, and yes, with a 33, you see as you guys are breaking stuff down, she does look up and kind of look over, and she's like, I think I heard something, and like bolts off into the woods.
Sam, no.
can I follow
Damn it.
her invisibly?
Yes. You guys head into the woods a little ways. And a little further back from camp, I would say probably a good, I don't know, 1,000 feet or so. Like, it's pretty well set back there. You guys find a cage in which there are 2 children that seem to have been very well fed. Although not exactly well kept.
It's a little boy and girl from
Okay.
the town. It's Hansel and Gretel. Didn't the
They're-
Speluk say that there were children that had gone missing from the town?
Yes.
Well, how about that?
Guys just sort of never followed up on that one.
Not gonna
Well,
lie,
we
Shane.
kind of had to kill the head
Completely
before we
forgot.
found that anyway. So
I think-
yeah.
I think
Also-
I would.
Yeah, we should
Uninvisible.
focus on other stuff.
I pull the key out of my pocket because I'm guessing they kind of match a little bit. And
Oh, Knox, there you are.
Yes. Thank
I
you.
can see if-
You
I'm gonna see if I can
stick
let
the key
out.
in there. And it manages to open the door. No problem.
What do the kids do when they see it?
They are like actively so the cage itself is like covered in furs and stuff, so
Mhm.
it does seem like it was insulated against the wind and everything,
Mhm.
but yeah, the kids are just in there like crying and bawling. It was difficult to hear them because the furs obviously were dampening the
Noise.
sound that was coming from there.
But
But-
Aewen's gonna roll a diplomacy to see if she can't get these kids to calm down.
I'll calm them down. And I'm going to slap them. I'm going to roll
Not-
an
not-
intimidation.
Knox, no.
Yeah. Okay. What do you do to like get them to calm down?
damn, I wasn't expecting to need more than rocks.
I would be wrapping them up in furs already too, like the furs that they're in, so they're not cold.
Oh my god, that's terrifying when a half-orc just shows up, unlocks your cage, and starts swaddling you.
Well, I mean, they're in like the cold, man.
Aewen crouches down. She's like, "Hey, this big guy, he's a friend of ours. He's usually nice, right, Knox?"
Well, if you're the right person, I guess.
Yeah.
Sam could probably just bring them right home through a tree.
We're here to help you. You're from the village up across the lake, right?
They're just kind of like,
Hey, it's okay. We're gonna bring you home. Don't worry. That mean old lady, she's not gonna bother anyone ever again. We found a place to send her off to. And she's gonna try to get the kids to stand up and start moving.
yeah. I think Sam being like, yeah, I don't know if we want to like make these kids walk all the way back. Probably would just open up a portal for to transport you guys right back there.
I promise. This seems weird, but we do it all the time, and it works perfectly fine. You don't have to worry, kids.
At least this time it works.
Tree's gonna eat me.
Just throw them through like a football.
24-2. What?
Yeah, you guys come back
How far can I throw one of these children?
at
do you think?
Pretty far.
Right at the tree outside of Suluk's house. He is able to come.
Oh, that's hot.
I'm just checking something.
His curse is lifted. He's able to come. His ED has been broken.
No, it comes right out, and says hello to you guys. Yeah, I think he comes out, sees the kids with you guys, and is like quick to like gather people to grab them up, and like a crowd sort of starts gathering around everybody. And he's just like, what happened? How did this? What's going on? You guys have been gone for like a day. What?
Well, we've solved two problems. One, obviously, is the children. We found them. Definitely never forgot about that particular problem.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Of course. I mean, the
You've
kids
been-
are obviously the highest priority, without a doubt. But that old lady across the lake, she
Yeah, we killed Grandma.
yeah, she turned out to be a big bad mean old lady and tried to do us a murder, and we got her back for that.
Mean lady.
A hag is a
Oh,
problematic spellcaster.
yes. Well, thank you, of course. I don't know what to say. I was hoping you would be back. My father's condition has worsened again. I was wondering if you could work your magics to help him. I don't know. Obviously, I don't expect you to stay here forever. Did you find some way that we might be able to cure him?
Well, let me run a quick test. Suluk, have you ever gone to see the old lady across the lake?
No.
Damn it. Can I find someone who can talk to me actually, Habs, perfect that you're here. What did you ask for from the old lady? What did you want?
It's like, I talked to her. Yeah, we went there.
Yeah, what did you get? What did you sign a contract for?
Oh, contract? I don't know about that. I can't really talk about that or anything. I can't really say what's going on with any kind of contract.
Damn it. It's still going on. Hey, so look, you wouldn't happen to know anyone who's good with legal jargon, would you?
I think Habs would be like, well, if it's about deciphering texts and stuff, that is a lot of what I have to do when I copy down spells from other people's spellbooks and whatnot.
Oh, you do? Well, hey, Habs,
Yeah,
we got a
Habs would be
perfect.
really good at this.
We got it. Aewen wouldn't really. I don't know if Aewen necessarily knows the party well enough to be able to just intuit that. So she's just like, "Hey, that's perfect. Figure this out." I guess we're trying to figure out the legalese on these dumb contracts.
Yes. I'm going to give.
Was he allowed to read his own contract?
Yes,
does he
he's
explode?
able to read his own contract.
Does he find it
looks
weird
at this
considering-
and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay. Well, so the problem with this is that there's like a lot of clauses that are like that like double back and refer to like different clauses. So essentially, what we're going to have to do is sort of like graph this out and see where like each one refers to the other one and like put it together sort of like a puzzle piece. So like it's intentionally being obscured by, you know, breaking up the information that you need to refer to in any one part throughout the rest of the document.
Aewen is decidedly obvious. Not intending to be, but she's desperately trying to find a way out of this.
He's like, yeah, I could probably break this down at some point or another. But like I said, it's going to take a little bit of work. It's going to take a little bit of research and stuff.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, and of course, you're welcome to stay here. I mean, we need you here, Habs. We can't have you leave. That would be crazy. You can't just leave.
So look, it's fine. We'll stick around and deal with this. Does I'm forgetting the chieftain's name annoyingly.
New talk.
New Talk. I always remember his name by New Talk, same as the old Talk, but I can't fucking remember it these days.
You can always just put his name on the token.
New
Sure.
talk.
It technically is on the token.
You just have
here.
to
Not
change
for
who
me,
can
it's
see
just a
it.
bunch of question marks.
Under
Anyway,
appearance.
is New Talk's is there a contract for New Talk? Did we find one of
Yes,
those?
you do find one in there.
Aewen tells Habs, we should probably focus on New Talk's contract first. I get the feeling this is causing some issues with his health.
Well, probably the dying guy too.
That's the dying guy.
That is him.
Oh yeah.
So
You're thinking of Canuck.
Habs
yeah.
is going to take a look at his. Okay. Habs takes a look at it and he's like, I can't really tell what's going on with just a cursory glance, but it seems like these contracts are supposed to run for as long as possible, so I don't actually think he's in any danger of dying. I think that this contract is just there to make him as sick and miserable as possible, like for as long as possible.
Gross.
Like
Is it bedtime?
it definitely has the veneer of dying, but I don't think it's, you know, he's actually in any danger.
Aewen turns to Suluk. See? Everything's fine. It's just really sucky for New Talk.
Yes.
He's not gonna die though, according to the contract, right? Habs? Aewen like
that I
just like-
suppose is somewhat of a comfort, although my father is in incredible amounts of pain and suffering, so
And hey, we're working on that. You know, hey, we're further along than we were.
that is certainly true.
You know, we could just bring this shit to the people who aren't looking for a gem right now. They could take care of this real fast.
Oh yeah, I guess El-Anon would be a good choice for this.
And
Yeah.
also that one library lady. Forget her name.
Library lady. The girl that dresses up in maid outfits?
Yeah,
She's not always in a maid outfit. A lot of times, like when you met her in the library, she was in just like a skirt and a like white
A naughty librarian costume.
not a naughty library like you
I
could
think I
expect,
know which
like, an
character we need
office
to
woman.
generate with AI next.
Aaron has done some
Sheila
versions of Sheila.
Oh,
Aewen,
awesome. He didn't send those to me.
Aewen leans in close to Bernie. Do we really have to bring these to Sheila? She kind of scares me.
I mean, I don't want to sit here and
I
sit
think
through all this bullshit. I mean,
Sam
why
would
not
be
just
like,
give
"Oh,
it to someone
she
who actually
was
likes
nice.
this stuff.
She was nice. She likes to laugh a lot.
Yeah, that's what's scary.
Hey, Bernie just hates everything about this. It's like, let's go do something. Like, this sucks.
We are doing something. What, you
Sam's
wanna-
like, yeah, I could have us there and back in like no time at all.
I'm all for it. Yeah.
I think Aewen would want to come with just to see Elle. She misses him.
Okay. That being the case, you guys, including Knox, who for whatever reason, like,
Fucked off to go steal.
yeah, just likes being Batman off in the corner somewhere.
You
Well,
never know. You
I
never
thought-
know.
I thought he went invisible and wandered off somewhere. I was like, he's probably stuffing his pockets with just about everything he could find.
These people don't have anything, dude.
He's like, yo,
Head
fish.
back to the city. So here's my question: where do you think you guys would go? Would you transport to the castle right away? Would you stop by the stronghold first, or?
I think the mansion seems like the most logical point, considering we've got a big tree in the backyard that Sem tends to use as a focus.
Okay. You guys go to the mansion first.
To the mansion.
And the town has
Working
exploded
at
around
the
us.
mansion.
As you guys arrive to the mansion,
It's so weird the emphasis you keep putting on the mansion. It seems like it's like canned and just put in.
Yeah. You guys arrive in the backyard. And
Do we have to dodge a bullet as Krass is defending the homestead or target
no.
shooting?
You do see there does seem to be like some smoke coming from some different neighborhoods and stuff. It's hard to tell being in like your walled off garden at the moment, but yeah.
Aewen just kind of muses to herself. Why is it every time we come back here, there's more and more plumes of smoke?
Well, that's what happens when fires happen, Tim says.
Well, yeah, but like, gets a lot of smoke. More than like why?
Probably more fire, son.
That's kind of my problem. Anyway, let's go find
Yeah,
out.
fire's a fire. Just keep warm.
So yeah, you guys head in. Stanislav
mansion.
is into the mansion.
Mansion.
Nobody is there to greet you. It seems like Stanislav and Peter are both, doing work to keep the mansion running at the moment, but
Let's leave before they see us.
you want to leave before
Aewen really does not like those two. She's creeped out by them. Plus her natural racism.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So you guys gonna just try and sneak off?
Aewen's gonna try to convince people to do so.
I ain't here. What are you talking about?
Okay.
where did
Aewen
Knox
just
go?
heads out, I guess. She's leading the pack. You guys head out.
Yeah.
Outside patrolling the grounds, Petor looks over and is like, we were not expecting you back so soon. How was trip?
Damn it. It's fine. We've got things to do, though. Good work. Keep
coming back after trip, you should take time to rest. But you're obviously busy. Go do your thing. We make sure to make big meal for you. We have big celebration, many drinks.
It sounds awesome.
Yes. Hey, where is the robot? Where is the robot friend?
Made some more friends. Wanted to stay by them for a little while.
He's a charmer, I will say.
He's something.
I'm sure he must be ladies off with stick, which is strange because he's magic man and they're not so much known for doing beatings.
I don't know where to go for that one. That's a lot to unpack in that sentence. And I don't really feel like unpacking any of it.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you have much to unpack. It's a long journey.
No, we're just stopping in. We need to go back afterward. We've done a thing.
Oh. So should not prepare party?
Not yet. You keep that in your back pocket. We'll have a party later.
The booze are food in back pocket. The sandwich is terrible. Pocket is terrible place to keep sandwich.
Try the booze then.
Flask it is.
I think that... You know what? No, I'm not making that joke. Moving on.
You guys head out. Yeah, it is a bit rough out here. It looks like, actually, you know what?
I don't.
Anybody who wishes to can make me a knowledge local check.
Oh, yeah. Man, I am rolling absolute middle of the road today, which is better than rolling dog water, I guess.
Yeah, it's not the worst in the world for sure. Do you want me to roll knowledge local for you, Knox?
I got knowledge.
No.
Local. I could do that.
Roll them bones. Them mathety rocks.
All right.
There's a lot of knowledge local folks here in this party.
Yeah.
3.
Well, this makes sense. Knox is the first one to notice. There are Kingsguard patrolling the city at the moment, which is not something that usually happens. Obviously, they usually stay inside of the castle, but it looks like things have gotten so dire here that, like, they have been it's become necessary to, like, start patrolling to such a degree that, you know, they need extra troops. Like,
do we pass by a recruiter?
They
booth?
essentially have. It's essentially like they've rolled out the National Guard. Essentially, like, these are their standing troops, and they've got them, like, just all over the city at the moment.
Well, yeah, of course they're standing. We see them walking by.
Oh my god! So yes, this isn't just city guard. This is
Rolling
like
up the reserves.
yeah. But yes, you guys eventually make your way to the castle, and are greeted by Teresa. Actually, on your way there, I want specifically Knox to make me a perception check.
Well, that's grand that you want him to do it, as he's not present.
Well, I will go ahead and do it for him. Oh, no, here he is.
It's a spoon. I thought he had a Benjamin. An Eggs Benedict.
All right. Well, let me just go ahead and send something here.
It's getting
Shane's
some scream.
Shane's doing some spooky nonsense behind the scenes. You know, Justin, I thought I was going crazy. You son of a gun.
What?
You know what?
The smoke?
It's just, I saw one act of smoke from like, what the hell? Has that always been there? And I see another one pop up. I'm
He
like,
said
"Now,
there's
wait a
smoke
minute."
around the city, so I'm just throwing some smoke in there. You know, I have lots of
Why not?
animations. You may as well use them.
Right. It just made me laugh because I was like, wait a minute. Why is that one moving? Is that one moving? There's another one.
Why
What the
does
hell?
my Discord say Hobomancer is typing?
That's because Habhab is typing.
Yeah, I hear the novel.
I was about to say, can you not hear the clickety clack?
Yes, I have a very loud keyboard. I like my
Yeah, it's pretty
I like
loud.
my keyboards to have clackities.
He's a dice goblin. He's got to have that clickety clacks in whatever he does. Oh, next time I roll to do an attack, I should say clickety clack. Can't talk back.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That's really stupid.
I don't want to draw attention, so.
Okay.
What would I know? Wait. Okay.
God, Levi yesterday said the funniest fucking thing to me.
What was that?
He just goes, he's one of them terrorizers. Get his oil. And I was just thinking about people doing bomb stuff and boom, and that came back to my mind. One of them terrorizers. Get his oil.
So yes, you guys make it back. You are greeted by Teresa, who's like, do you have the package? Should I ask the king to make himself ready?
No, we're working on that. We have another
Okay.
thing that we came across.
What are you doing back then?
We were hoping to prod El-Anon's brain about something.
Okay. Well, I'm sure this is
Would somebody
important.
explain to her that we can just teleport?
I'm sure this is important
She
to
knows.
the mission at large. Yes, please come with me. I will show you to him. And she takes you. Yeah, she takes you up to El-Anon, up in the castle.
Has El-Anon gained weight?
It's only been a
He
couple
has-
days.
That's been like
Ooh, Aewen
it's
is
been like a week or
really.
two.
Aewen's still really unsettled by
Just a
Teresa. She still has absolutely no idea how to handle a woman who has herself as together as Teresa does.
Yeah, you guys meet up with El-Anon. He
It's fat.
not fat.
You guys just
We're
really
a
want to
fat
be
elf.
fat now. Huh?
He's. Oh, Fat Elf. That'd be an awesome craft brewery beer. I drink a Fat Elf. Don't clip that.
Okay.
And recorded.
And clipped, right? Shit.
How do I
Live without you.
forget how you actually show pictures to people?
Right click,
You right click and then
Show players.
show image to players.
players. Yeah.
is that under the gear?
Depends on where it is, I guess. If it's an
Yeah,
actor, you
go
go an
to-
actor, or if
I think you
it's
have to go under actors.
item or journal or Yeah, you
Yeah,
can do
well,
it anywhere.
guess
Really.
it doesn't matter too much.
Were you going to show us Fat El-Anon?
I was gonna just remind everybody what El-Anon looks like because it's been so long since we've seen him.
We've got a token of El-Anon.
But yes,
Just go to the actor and right click.
We've got a token to look at.
go into. Oh, that's right. You got to do it from here. View character artwork and then show players. Yes, if you remember,
There he is.
this is our boy El-Anon.
El-Anon! Aewen gives
He
him a
looks
hug.
like a nerd. A big scarred nerd. He looks like if Harry Potter and Snape had a baby that was an elf.
I
Yeah,
really
little
not,
elf baby.
really not fond of that ship there, Shane. Appreciate that.
I am all for it. I like it.
Yeah. So how's
It's a-
El-Anon feeling to
quite
see the Bumblefucks back?
We're missing somebody.
Yeah, sans Mr. Roboto.
Sans the Bumbot.
Yeah, I
The
see
Bumblebot.
I'm quite pleased to have you here, but
Who the hell's
What
this?
happened?
Who the hell is this guy with the cat?
well, no, we've met briefly. I know him, but where is Habs? Did something happen to him?
Oh, no, he's fine. He made a bunch of friends that will not let him go. It's not a kidnapping thing. He signed a contract by a hag, and that's why we're here, actually. We could use your nerd smarts to read legal crap that I can't keep up
What
with.
knowledge check can I roll to see what I know about hags? Is that Arcana?
Let me see here.
Pretty sure that'd be an Arcana thing. They're pretty damn magical.
Nope, they are monstrous humanoids. They are not magical humanoids.
Oh,
Monstrous humanoid Dorothy Mentooth is a saint.
but that's would still be Arcana, I think. I may be wrong.
So, for I think this would actually be a nature roll.
I don't have that.
Monstrous humanoids are under nature.
Did not know that. Okay.
So I don't think
thing I'm at a
anybody here
library.
actually has that great of a knowledge nature roll.
I was gonna
Sam
say
could probably
Sam.
tell you some stuff about them, except she can't.
Because she's a shit druid.
Well, they're at a library. They can get it.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I gotta read. Damn it.
Well, I think Maury's like, I mean, like, we can just come back here at any time. Is there a way that you can contact us?
Well, typically we use
Saw.
Habhab for that kind of thing. If you were to bring in
So-
a
Are
it
you,
would be
like-
quite easy for me to,
What?
maintain contact with all of you. I don't have
know
setting
what?
of anything like that.
Yeah, but isn't that
if I-
place just like, aren't you up to your asshole and wizards around here?
I will look around and see what I can do.
You know, I don't think up to your asshole is as much as you think it is for people normal sized, Maury.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a them problem.
You get a feeling Elias is trying to nope himself right out of that conversation.
Bro, I am perfectly fine not doing research for you guys. Why are you doing this to me?
But anyway,
Uh,
what brings you here? It's kind of soon for you to already have the gem, or did you manage to acquire it already?
Aewen launches into the story so far, and like as rapid as she can, just surprised she didn't breathe.
Yes, she is able to.
Relate
I
to
imagine
tale.
that El-Anon is probably used to listening to her ramble on like this at like absolute machine gun pace, so he has like no problem following along with the
Yep.
story that she's telling.
I don't know if used, maybe has fond memories of. She was
He does
fairly
have a
young
high
when he left.
perception. High perception.
Saw, please. Stop it. You keep posting fat L pics.
Why?
Anyway. Oh no. Oh no.
Awful.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. That is
So-
not El-Anon.
So yeah, she tells you all about it, and basically she's like, "Yeah, we need to figure out some way to break these contracts."
Oh,
Aewen
alright
just
then.
reaches into her pack, pulls out one of his alchemical fire bottles.
No,
Basically
looks to me
tells
to be
you
in
that-
Sylvan. I do happen to have just, spent some time to learn that language, so you're in luck there.
Oh, did you level up?
He knows
El-Anon?
all of every single elf language. He just recently acquired Sylvan
Gotcha.
whenever he got that little boost there, so. So yeah. All right,
Gotcha.
yes, I'll take some time to go through these for you. No problem.
I mean, El's in jail. There's two things you can do in jail: get body jacked or get mind jacked. And El's not one for body jacking.
Anyway, you are looking for the Gem of Fire, so keep in mind, like, trying to find some unnatural place that's hot. Perhaps should not be.
I don't know about hot, but there's weird stuff happening with the fish. I wonder if the gem could do something about that with the lake. No, that wouldn't make sense, because then the ice would melt.
Indeed. You guys do know that you have a little bit of traveling left to go on your journey before you finally do make your way up there.
Like to the proper place we're supposed to be
Yes.
for the gem. Oh, okay.
Oh, so this is just a red herring that you've thrown in our path, Mr.
It's
Yeah,
side quest.
I was not sure you guys were even going to stop here. This was like a thing that I had prepared, and you guys went all in on it. So
Shane's just like, yes.
at any point, you guys could have left these people to their fate.
I'll keep the meter running on your doom.
Oh, that last one's pretty bad. But yeah, I think El-Anon.
For those of you
you've
who
probably been
cannot
doing plenty of research alongside Teresa, actually,
Yeah,
or not
and
Teresa,
legalese-
but alongside Sheila.
Yeah, they spend a lot of time together, and contracts and that kind of thing. That's kind of his jam, honestly. Like, he worked with
He-
Arcana Works,
Well, he-
and he did a lot of
Yeah,
actually
he
is-
has
is-
spent a lot of
yeah.
time dealing with business contracts and the other sort of thing.
Yes,
Yep.
business.
This is totally in his wheelhouse.
So yeah, El-Anon is definitely like probably your go-to guy for this. And Teresa seems fairly knowledgeable about it as well.
And he could do this all from his electric wheelchair, which is fantastic.
He's fine. He's over the poison by this point.
Oh no, it's because of his weight.
It's because he's fat.
He can't
Um,
walk on dead ankles anymore.
He's got a new strength poison now. It's called diabetes.
Yay.
Yay.
14.
This is a pretty good roll. What's
Yeah.
what kind of a bonus do you have to your profession manager?
4.
A
Plus 4.
4. Okay.
I don't have the skill ranks to spare on things I'm never gonna use. This is it. The whole part. This whole fucking campaign. One roll. He's reading contracts.
But yeah, so yeah, you guys are able to pass these off to him. You know, he has agreed to help you out. As you guys are getting ready to leave, I think Teresa would be like waiting outside the door, and she's like, "Okay, so back at it then. You know, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's getting difficult to keep the city
Not blown up?
not from tearing itself apart. Yes. Which it seems that you guys have been making a habit of returning to your home when you come back. Would you mind if I stayed there to be sure that I was present when you came back? That way I could send word ahead and the king would be ready as soon as you return.
It's not really my house, Knox.
Hey, my house.
I think Sam would be like, I mean, it's fine. You'd have to ask Stanislav and Peter, because they're the ones that usually live there more than us.
Aewen makes a face when she says that Stanislav and Peter.
Why
And you have
aren't
to stay
the
out of Fort
boss?
Knox.
You have to stay out of Fort Knox.
Yeah. That's my room.
Yeah. She's like, yes, fine. Even if, you know, if there's a guest room, or I can help guard the area as well. You know, just as long as I can stay there and wait for you, I will have guard duties to do as well. But I wish to be there, you know, when you come back to hopefully be able to resolve this. I know that, you know, there are gems that we don't have access to at the moment, but that may be something that we can deal with once we have access to 2 of the gems. Are you doing sense motive on Teresa?
Yeah.
She seems to be stressing out about the situation. Like, things like it's essentially martial law here. At the moment, things have gotten pretty bad in the city, and it seems like she is like wanting this to get done as soon as possible. So basically, she's just like wanting to wait on the doorstep so that she can be ready to rock and roll like the moment you guys get back.
On the way to the castle, did we pass any barricades and people singing about the colors red and black?
No, but you do know that there are parts of the city that are barricaded off.
I just wanted to make a Les Miserables reference.
Yeah. Monster Town has been barricaded off and has basically been like a no-go zone for a while. The gates between like the different districts are well guarded now. Like getting through to here was required. Like usually it was just, you know, you'd flash your credentials and they'd let you in, but you know, now it's very much like you guys have to go through the whole security clear like procedures and all that.
Now it's that one TSA agent that like holds up your passport, looks at you, looks at the passport,
Yep.
looks at you. Knox was randomly selected for a strip search.
They never
No.
saw me.
Are we leaving via trees in the palace, or are we going back to our house before we leave?
Sam's like, yeah, we can just go from here if you want.
On the way to the castle, Shane, did I happen to pass by a store that had a pair of Eyes of the Eagle on the display in the windows?
Eyes of the Eagle.
It's a pair of goggles that give a +5 competency on perception.
Whoa, who just showed up?
Me again.
Oh, I would say, here's the thing. Commerce has been a little bit shaky as of now. I would say you have... I'm going to give you 75% chance that you were able to find these, because they are a pretty common magical item.
92.
92, yeah. You were able to find those if you wanted to stop in and...
Knox swiped some booze on the way.
I think at this point, like, Teresa just greets you with a bottle. She's like, we know you've been stealing booze. Like, if you want, we can just give you a bottle.
Yeah, but
I'll take the bottle, but I'll also take whatever I stole.
no booze tastes as good as those you've stolen with your bare hands.
Yeah, then it's earned.
Booze
You
earned.
go in and someone's like, yes, customer, what can I interest you in?
Oh, hey, I saw you had some really cool looking goggles in the window. Is it the eyes of the eagle that the sign says?
Yes, of course.
I've been looking for something like that. I feel like they'd come in really handy.
Yes, they are very handy. They're going to run you 3,000 gold pieces.
3,000 gold All right, no, see, I know things are bad right now, but you can't just gouge people like this.
Listen, half the magic shops in town either can't get the materials that they need or are having troubles with supply lines. So if you want these goggles, you're going to have to pay the price.
Aewen says 2,000 gold pieces.
That's... I'd barely be able to cover materials for that.
No. That's my offer. I'm not paying 2,000.
That's under market.
See, this is where you offer me, a different price rather than 3,000, because that's how.
3,500.
Now it's going up.
Well, come in here, talking shit at me.
1,500.
You can get right out of my establishment.
Fine. And she walks out. When she leaves the store, she goes. She just kind of whispers to herself, "Hey, Knox. I shouldn't do this. No, actually, no. This is wrong. I'm not going to ask you to do a crime for me. But I do like those goggles.
What's she willing to pay for them?
I'll pay the proper price of 2,500 gold to the merchant that could source them from me."
He's just kind of like standing at the window, looking at you, sort of talking to yourself.
She's like walking down the street, like trying not to be too honest. She's just standing there talking to herself.
How secure were they? How secure were they?
Make me a straight up intelligence check.
Yeah, sure. Can Aewen do the same thing?
No, Aewen cannot do the same thing.
She's not a criminal.
You listen, it's a magic shop. You've stolen from a magic shop before.
I'm gonna look in the window.
I mean, you're invisible, so you can see through the window.
Yeah, I mean, it's
If you can see
it's in the window.
you just see through the window.
I don't know, I'm gonna look into the shop, check out their security.
I can detect magical traps.
You can detect magical traps. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, you don't see anything. You're like, dudes don't even have any security.
If it's a trap, I get a +4, but
Oh, you'd get a +4. That's right.
correct.
So the one that you do notice is, if you remember the last place that you tried to rob,
You got those turrets again, those sentries or whatever they were.
no, but they have an alarm spell inside of the door to alert them whenever somebody comes in. That way, anytime somebody comes in, even if they're in the back.
What's the building made out of?
It's the first level spell. It's literally the cheapest one that you can make permanent.
It'd be cheaper to string a bell to the door.
What's the building made out of?
The building is stone mostly.
Okay.
Could a small animal carry that thing?
Carry the goggles?
Yes.
Possibly. Like, I mean, they're goggle size, so not like a rat. I don't think would be able to. You'd
A
need
cat?
something like a cat or a small dog, probably like a large cat or a small dog.
Can Sam shape stone when she's a cat?
Technically, yes.
She could just make a cat-sized hole, go grab them, and then leave. And she gets bonus to stealth, which is small. And she could.
I think Sam would be along the lines of like, yeah, but I mean, like, you guys taught me you're supposed to pay for stuff when you go to stores.
They might have taught you that. Knox would have never
that's
taught
true.
her that.
Elle was very adamant that you're supposed to use gold when you go to stores.
But I ain't here.
I am using gold.
We just talked to him though.
I'm giving gold to the merchant that can source the goods I want. This is just middleman mediation.
Yes, but Elle ain't here.
A nat 20 diplomacy to convince crimes.
I
As someone
just
who's kind of loosely would do it anyways.
Why is this turning into an Ocean's 11 scene?
All right, I'm gonna have her make an insight check or a
Sense motive.
sense motive. That's the one.
Damn you to E.
Yes. She's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go now. Like, we've got to get back and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
well, yeah. You know what? Never mind. We'll do this later. Never mind.
How much
I shouldn't-
HP did it look like the owner had?
The amount of HP a level 0 person had. Knox, no.
So, here's the other thing that I will say.
I can make
Knox.
someone blind for an X amount of rounds.
You remember? Do you remember the last heist that you did?
The last heist I remember, a statue came after me, and then there was oil on the ground for some reason.
And
That might have been
you-
Al.
Well, that was the heist at the guy's house. Do you remember the heist at the when you stole your rapier?
I think that went smoothly. I'm pretty sure that went smoothly.
Was that another one that
That
had
was an
Benny Hill music?
absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah, probably would I mean, smoothly as 6 go.
It's another one where Benny Hill was playing in the background.
Yes. Oh my god, that was actually at Saw's apartment, if I remember right. Or that you guys did that.
Damn, that long ago, huh?
Yep, that was a long time ago. And that was when things were relatively, you know, peaceful around here.
But I like doing thefts.
So
Aewen backs off. Now she's
my
gonna work to
point
convince Knox
is
not to
that
do this.
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying I think Knox, being a career criminal, would probably be under the impression that this might, like, it's not impossible, but this might take some doing.
Aewen's like, nah, we don't have time. That storekeep sucks. He's dumb. He's been at my
You could have
business.
tried a diplomacy roll.
Well, I thought that's what I was trying to do.
Well, like, you just kind of, like, haggled a little bit. You didn't try and, like, convince him.
I don't haggle much in my real life, Shane. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You can go back and try and haggle a little bit more if you'd like.
Can we roll back the VCR?
We'll just say that you go back in and you're like, come on.
I really want them.
It's like,
Is it
31.
This is what you said to him.
You don't want my friend to come here and ask.
I think it's one of those things where he's like, no, listen, it's 3,000, and you're just like, come on.
Please, I'm gonna be really annoying if I.
And I think you do just bug him for a while, where he's like, fine, 27.50.
27.50. Now forget it. I'll ask Habs to make these for me. Screw this.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know, I
The
could go to
wondrous item.
I could go to another store and get them for
I'll do it for
2,500.
2,600. Listen, do you know how many more spells I've had to keep running on this place? Wands don't pay for themselves.
Well, obviously not the ones you're using.
Do you have any idea how many spells I have running on this place to make sure the operation runs smoothly?
5.
Okay, well, I can see there's a reason you're using magic items, but
Was I close?
6.
No.
Listen,
No.
I've got a
There are
lot more
37 spells
overhead
running
at the
right now.
moment. 2,600 is literally the cheapest I can do at the moment. It's gonna cost you a little higher than market price, but
Well, my mom did always say to support local businesses.
This is Walmart.
yes, local overhead has increased at the current time, so it's probably as good of a deal as you're going to get.
This is called Wandy World.
What if you take 50 off and I promise to print the new shop on my breastplate? L style. No, that's a joke. All
That
right,
was
fine.
That
Dimitri.
was Dimitri.
Was that Dimitri? Yeah. Dimitri.
Yeah, and he never did get rid of that. Like, he wanted to get rid of that that logo so goddamn much.
Fine. Oh yeah, that'd be trouble, wouldn't it? Aewen goes, fine. Well, can I at least have your name? Just so I know to come back here if I need anything else.
The name's on the outside.
And what does that name say, Shane?
The name says,
Vibblesnurf.
no, it says, Arcane Curios. That's the shop's name.
The shop's name? No, I wanted your name. Shopkeeper's name.
Why? Gonna be scrying on me later?
What?
I have
didn't you just
protections
say-
up against that.
Didn't you just say that it's obvious that I'm using magical items for a reason? What the hell is
Yes, but
scrying?
Other people can scry. Look at that one over there with the dirt on her face and the leather armor. That screams druid. She can scry on me anytime she wants.
Aewen looks down and over and she goes, ah, Sam, you're in here too.
Yeah,
I didn't know you followed me in. You are really quiet.
I'm very sneaky.
Yeah, you are.
She is actually. She has a +20 to stealth.
Yeah, that's why Aewen's just like, yeah, you are.
Yep. So,
hell is
would you like
eyes
to
of
do the 2600?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell is Eyes of the Damned?
Eyes of the Damned.
2 clear crystal lenses. Activates the lenses by speaking a prayer to Asmodeus. Eyes appear to be replaced by orbs of impenetrable blackness. Gaze attack at the beginning of next turn. Creature within 30 feet must succeed DC 14 will or be affected as per vision of Helm for 5 minutes.
No, Vision of Hell. UM is the book that it's in.
Oh, effect as a phantasm rather than glamour. Ooh,
And that one on my stealth, I rolled a 59.
That's terrifying.
You do not have a +58 to stealth.
I do when I'm invisible.
Oh, well, fair enough, yes. I was going to be like, you get out of here with those shenanigans.
So now my...
From darkness. Yeah.
All right. So from there, I'm guessing you guys head off back into the snowy place.
Snow place.
Actually, I think since you guys need to be able to talk to each other, El-Anon needs to be able to get a hold of people. He gives you a shell to give to Habs.
Transponder snail?
Kind of.
A shell of message?
It's a shell of sending.
Sending. Sending stone. Sending shell.
Yes. Yes, it is. You can. Each person, I believe, can send. Can use sending up to once per day, but only to the other person that holds the shell. Yes. He's like, I think L would be like, now listen, I only got permission to borrow these from the kingdom here, and I'm not sure that Teresa actually got permission, so these do need to come back to me. Actually, no, Teresa probably wouldn't have known about those. He definitely got those from Sheila. So yes, Elle and Habs will be able to communicate with each other as this continues to go on. What are you trying to appraise there, bud?
Sending shell. But it's a shell. I don't know.
What are you perceiving?
Oh, I'm just trying to see if putting the item in my inventory affected my perception stuff, which it does not, so I now have to figure out how to add that to my stuff.
You need to...
No, I was just checking if they were going to get that shell back or not.
Where is it here? Ring of Force Shield Cleats, Eyes of the Eagle. Why is that in containers? Or armor/equipment. Is it equipped?
Supposedly. That's what it says.
You get a competence bonus from something else?
Probably not a +5.
Both lenses must be worn. You know.
I just don't know how to do that with... I'm trying to figure out how to... Don't worry about it. While you guys are doing stuff, I'm gonna...
Yeah.
You just gotta
So you
equip
guys-
it.
coding shit. It
You
is
guys
equipped.
make your way
Mm.
back to the village.
You might have to just make like a thing.
Find yourself in the exact same spot you were when you left.
Ah.
AI, you can edit the item and you can tell it to like add a bonus to whatever.
That
I had to do that for a couple items.
That is what I am... working to figure out how to do.
Yeah. You like edit it, you go to changes, you add a change, and then you tell it to give it a +5 towards, and then you pick the modifier, I think. Why does it not let me? There. You just put +5, specific skill, perception. The modifier, what kind of modifier was it? Competence.
Competence.
Yep. Are you editing it at the moment?
I am.
So, yeah, you guys are back in the village. You hand off the shell to Habhab. Suluk thanks you guys for all of your help. And offers to, throw a celebration in honor of everything that you've done for them.
I don't know if we have time.
He's like, I understand. I do appreciate you taking the time. Before you go, is there anything that we need to be aware of that is still going on with all of the business with the hag? Anything that we should look out for?
The werewolf.
I'm sorry, werewolf? Okay, but what do we do if he turns into a werewolf?
Maybe we should just burn his contract and find out.
Probably it's a couple of weeks away at this point. I think Mrohy being the practical man he is just going to say like, yo, just do what you did before. You locked him up one time, lock him up the next time. So during the next full moon, just, fists and claws don't do a whole lot against metal and stone. Because they've got a big armory thing over here. But, other than that, I think this is a good place to end it for today. You guys are just about to head back out on the old dusty trail. You guys have helped reunite some children with their parents, despite not really trying to at any point.
They pay us for that?
What didn't I specifically say, Shane, that we absolutely never forgot about those children?
Children.
Yeah, and hopefully there are like some here's the thing is that you brought them up at more than one point, Justin. Yeah, you
like I said, we obviously never forgot about them.
Yeah. But yeah. You decline a party and I'm sure probably set off that very same day. Heading north into the cold to see what adventures await you in this very harsh and unforgiving corner of the world. Thank you for joining us tonight, if in fact you did. If you are joining us later, thank you for that as well. And I hope you have yourself a wonderful day, wonderful evening, a wonderful what have you. Yeah.